And now I think it's time that we go and speak to OSL, one of the biggest over-the-counter players here in Asia. Because you were on a panel the other day and you mentioned that you don't believe an ETF is coming anytime soon.
Oh, I don't know if I said it anytime soon. I think probably, if we talk about OSL first, we're Asia's leading digital asset brokerage firm, so we facilitate very large buy and sell transactions in crypto. Talking about ETFs, I think I was definitely bullish at the start of this year. I think I went on record by saying we would see an ETF in 2018. I probably have a bit of egg on my face right now.
If you've got egg on your face, I've got a full omelette.
Okay, fair enough. That makes me feel better. It's interesting around the ETFs. We see the SEC have continually kicked the decision-making process of the ETF down the road, and I think we're probably going to see the last of these decisions made next March, or at least in the first quarter of next year. One of the reasons why the SEC has denied these ETFs in the past is because there hasn't been qualified exchange rules on the venues where people trade Bitcoin that stop manipulation and fraudulent transactions. And one of the things the SEC said is there isn't quality exchange venues yet.
But how long can they keep denying it for? I mean, when BAC comes on, I mean, that's a reputable player behind it.
Yeah.
You've got a real custodian solutions being built. At some point, the SEC has to give in and say, look, it's not the traditional instrument that we know. But like gold and oil, they are traded all around the world at different hours. And we now have to approve the ETF.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've said a number of times this week is that this is an asset class which people are acknowledging the fact it's not going away. And that was the same view for a lot of the banks and the financial institutions that we see coming into this space. But now, I know personally behind the scenes they're gearing up to get ready.
Okay, so are we going to get an ETF before the end of the year? Yes or no?
No.
Not before the end of the year?
No. I've changed my views. I think I went on. I was on CNBC, in fact, in March, and I was very bullish about the ETF.
I'm trying to clean some egg off your face.
Okay, thank you.
Let's move to another thing, and that's OTC, over-the-counter trade. And what kind of volumes are you guys doing in the month?
In terms of volumes, we run, our monthly USD is in the billions of volume.
And who's your typical client? Is it an individual, a whale with a lot of cash?
That's a good question, Ren. Our typical demographics at OSL are ultra-high net worth individuals, funds, family offices, asset managers, private banks, typical corporates, and I can gladly say that we're actually working with a number of tier one investment banks. Still early days, but that's what I mean by my comment earlier. That behind the scenes, the traditional financial institutions are gearing up.
Is it solved? Is there a custodian that an institution, a bank can use today?
So we don't have a State Street or a Standard Chartered of crypto custodians yet. I wouldn't be surprised if next year, I'll go on record and make another prediction. I think that piece is going to be solved.
Dave, it's been a great pleasure chatting to you.
Hey,
Great
always,
insight.
Ren.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.